Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nikki and I make art videos. In today's video, I decided to clump a bunch of my mermaids for Mermay together in one video for you guys. It is obviously longer because it is several mermaids versus the 2-minute long videos that I've been putting out before this. But I just think that I wanted to continue talking to you guys doing these videos and just kind of let you know what my thought process is as to why I design the characters that I do and the way I do them. So with that being said, I think we should just go ahead and jump right into things. I didn't do Mermaid in the traditional sense. I didn't pick a prompt list from, the thousands that are out there. I decided that I would just screenshot several different lists and then go through, and whatever spoke to me, I wrote down on my own list. And then I went ahead and planned initially to do 2 mermaids a week, but I've just been so into the challenge that I've actually been putting out more than 2 a week. So I thought that by lumping them together that this would help you guys out and maybe be a little bit more enjoyable. Now I realize I rambled through and did not mention at all why I came up with the design for that last mermaid, and that was based off of the prompt word stars. And I really just played with the free brushes that I have in my Procreate app. I use the Apple iPad Pro 11-inch with the 2nd generation pen. I do have all the supplies that I use linked down below in my description box. There are affiliate links, not all of them, but some of them are. And so if you use those, it does give me a small commission at no additional charge to you. That's just a little disclaimer. And yeah, this next drawing I did, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like skip to it. Hopefully this isn't too distracting, but I went with the prompt word toxic, and all I could think of was toxic waste and glowing. So you'll see that I just kind of had a fun time trying to make this a very glowing pond kind of area where this mermaid is trapped and she is just like, what the heck is happening? And then just for some fun, I threw a fish that's clearly been altered by this toxic waste that's being dumped into this area. And he's just chill. He's happy to be walking along the beach there with no concerns. Also, I do want to mention to you guys that you should check us out on Instagram at Pullen Vlogs or at servicedog_stone. Also, you can find us now on Twitter at Pullen Vlogs. I am still trying to get into that, and I'm trying to be better about posting and stuff, but I will continue to work with that for a while and see if it helps you guys, and if it's not useful, then I might just cut it out and just stick with the Instagram, because it's a lot of work, and with being a stay-at-home mom, it's extra hard because I can't just get these things done easily. I'm having to try to record and edit and do all this stuff while also taking care of a toddler. And I'm sure you've heard some noises in the background at this point, but we also have crazy animals. So there's just a lot going on in this household. Real quick on this drawing, I decided to design a steampunk mermaid, and also I combined the word Cyclopes with it because I thought that was a pretty interesting thing that I've never really done, just drawing one eye. I struggle with drawing eyes all the time, so I was like, well, to make a character whose main feature is an eye is a challenge. And that's kind of what Mermaid is about, is drawing a mermaid a day or whatever your schedule is, and you're trying to challenge yourself to design new characters. So that's what I did here, and I think I'm going to come back to her in the future and redesign her because she has some neat features, but she's also kind of bland to me. Moving on to this next one. Now, this next one is inspired by my gameplay. I am not a gamer by any means. I play Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch, and I also play Hydroneer on the PC. And that's why I want to go ahead and do a shout out to those Hydroneer fans. If you don't know the game, you should check it out. There is a YouTube channel called Foul Ball Hangover that is the dev for the game. And you can check out, kind of see what the game's about. But my husband and I are having a really good time playing it, and we've been waiting for it to be released. It was released on May 8th, and it was just great. And so I decided to, I decided to design a character around some of the kind of funnies that happen in the game. It's all about using water to run different plumbing and help you search for gold and gems and all of this stuff. And you have to basically, it's a mining game, um, and it's just really a great time. So I I encourage you guys to check it out if you like gaming with no stress. I am not a schedule person, so I like having a game that's not telling me you have to get this done by a certain time. Moving on, I designed a little teacup mermaid, and I actually really adore this drawing, and I would like to maybe attempt to do it as a painting in the future. I think that she just turned out so cute and so feminine, and I really struggle with faces, so for me to absolutely like love a face and not have to spend hours tweaking it, it was amazing. I really enjoyed this one. I also decided that she's kind of in like a matcha tea type of situation because I'm all about that matcha. It's one of my favorite drinks if I ever go like get coffee from somewhere. And yeah, I just thought it was cute. It has a little star theme as well because I just thought that was an adorable teacup set that I saw while I was searching like Pinterest for inspiration. Ooh, okay, so this one. This one is my favorite mermaid that I have drawn to date. Like, by far my favorite. I think you will see clearly what I was inspired by or who I was inspired by. And I just think she turned out so gorgeous. And I think that, oh, I shouldn't say I think, I know. I have it scheduled that down the line I want to come back to her, maybe work on her a little bit more, develop her character, and maybe even build a better, like build a storyline around her, not just a like a picture of like, look here, I drew this, like an actual character storyline. And I seem to have decent feedback from you guys about the like when I do a little bit of like story time with it. So I hope you guys would enjoy that. If you do, please check out the poll up above and let me know what you're thinking. If you'd like me to do more videos where I chat like this, or if you'd like me to kind of step back and do just the music in the background and a speed paint. Also, I will have linked up above a poll for if you guys would like to see me do a live stream. I've been contemplating doing one, but I'm not sure if there's enough of you guys that want to actually watch me draw. It is a very long process for me normally, but I figure we might be able to chat, do some like Q&A, and if you guys have some suggestions for things you'd like me to draw, I could do that. I'm just kind of looking for suggestions on what you guys would be interested in. Also, I need to mention that I do have a product review coming soon. I would love it if you guys would check out that video when it becomes live. It is very special to me, and I am excited to put it out there for you guys. And just kind of a little bit of a hint slash spoiler is that there are going to be some prizes coming available on my channel soon. So I hope you guys will make sure that you subscribed and that you ring that bell icon so you don't miss those updates. And yeah, back to the mermaids. This mermaid here, I kind of just drew her. I didn't really have any clear inspiration. She was okay. I didn't hate her. I didn't love her. I might come back and try to rework her. She is one of the only mermaids. Finley. She is one of the mermaids. She is one of the mermaids that is a little more full-figured, and I think I could draw her better, her body better, and make it look a little more realistic and a little less like potato-y because her shape is just kind of like there. It doesn't really have like the normal curves of a plus-size body, which, spoiler, I have plenty of knowledge in. Okay, moving on to the next mermaid. I made a creepy one. I decided to kind of try to do just something a little more scary and a little less cutesy and see what I could do with it. And yeah, she didn't turn out bad. She can be reworked again in the future. I think that's kind of a common theme here is I'm still learning to appreciate my art for what it is, and I am growing so much during this challenge, but there's still that little bit of negative self-doubt that tells me like it's not good enough, and that is just part of my own mental health. I've been struggling recently, and I usually get this way around Mother's Day because I had my son right before Mother's Day. It was a traumatic birth. And if you guys would like me to talk about that more sometime, let me know down in the comments section below. But it just makes Mother's Day kind of hard for me. And so I struggle every year, but I think I'm getting a little better at handling it sometimes, I guess. I mean, this is my 4th year now going on as a mother, and yeah, it's always a challenge. So um, yeah, moving on. This set of mermaids, I decided to do the word friends, and instantly I thought of my amazing friend Natsumi. I know I talk about her all the time in my videos lately, and you guys are probably getting like driven nuts, but she has just been there for me. She's really been helping me with the growth of my channel. She has been a great resource for asking questions about, you know, how does this art piece really look? Like, what would you change? You know, how would you do this, or, you know, different things. She's just been there. And so I decided to kind of draw a version of us as mermaids. It's not very realistic, obviously, but you know, it's something. I like it a lot, actually, and I hope that she does too. Um, if you haven't checked her out, I will be sure to have her linked in the description box below, and maybe up in the cards if I can remember how to do that. So yeah. Next, I decided to do the word treasure, and I thought of what you normally would think of when you think of sunken treasure and you think of skeletons, but instead I decided to make it a mermaid skeleton. Like it's almost like that Pandora's box type of situation or something of that sort, where you shouldn't be tempted by it, but you are, and when you're drawn in, that's your fate, you know. And so it's kind of like this merman who is just oblivious to the fact that there is a deceased merman also, you know, or maybe merlady, who knows, I don't know. But deceased mermaid, you know, just right there simply with his hand hanging off of it, and this merman is just so focused on the riches ahead of him that he's oblivious to the dangers. And I think that kind of speaks a lot about our society as a whole. um, let's see, I think we still have one more mermaid. And yes, we do. Okay, so this mermaid is the final mermaid that I am including in this video, just so that it's not like horrendously long. I do have more coming, so stay tuned if you've enjoyed this video. And yeah, this mermaid was inspired by pinup, and I did bounce back and forth on whether or not she would be a my style pinup, or if she would be a more traditional pinup. And I kind of went more with my own style because I've been enjoying what I've been putting out. And yeah, I think the next biggest struggle that I had with her was the shell that she was in, and then her skin tone. I couldn't decide if I wanted her to be more African or if I wanted her to be more, you know, like Latina or Caucasian, or what, you know, what I wanted her to be. And I more so bounced between Caucasian and African, just because I'm still trying to figure out how to get the other skin tones not to look like too yellow, too pink, too gray. It's a process. So with that being said, I just want to remind you guys again to check out our Instagram at Pullen Vlogs or at servicedog_stone, and check us out on Twitter at Pullen Vlogs. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell icon so you never miss a beat.